Is this thing on? Hello, 1 2 1 2. Check.
1 2 1 2.
It looks like the Outcasts are back together again for yet another episode.
Yo.
What up?
Yo.
We survived to see yet another week here on a hump day. We're going to try to get you over the hump with some good comedy, some good fun, and hopefully you will like and subscribe. We do want to remind the audience that we are one of the few shows that actually goes live.
Truth.
You know, everything we do is completely live. So when you look at this show and you say to yourself, this show's like this bunch of bullshit. Well, that's because we're doing it absolutely live.
See?
And stoned.
Live.
Yeah, we're live
and
bullshit
stoned.
artists.
Live and stoned. So
Live
you
and
know that anything could happen during today's broadcast. I'd like to introduce you to the Outcasts. Let's start with Tomkat up there in my top right. Now he's center stage.
Yo.
What's up, Tomkat? How are you,
What's
pal?
up, G Money?
How many times have you been arrested, by the way, as the producers play the sirens, which only leads me to assume the cops are on their way?
I stopped counting. I don't know. But I haven't gotten arrested in a long ass time. I don't get arrested anymore, and knock on wood.
How long has it been?
It's been since like 2006. So it's 20 years.
Yeah, it's doing
Good
That's
job.
a good run.
Good job.
Folks.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a killer, but don't push me here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nice
We'll
job.
push a
Nice
little.
job. Let's say hello to our next Outcast. We have Memphis on air. He's everywhere, and he's here today, ladies.
Hi. How are you?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for the amazing introductions. You guys might need a permission slip to listen to the show. Feel free to email us. We'll send you one.
What the
And make sure you get that signed, or else you can't, go on the field
Yeah,
trip.
No
and
field trips.
What's the best field trip you ever went on in school, Memphis, that you had to get one of those slips signed for?
Six Flags.
That sounds like a fun one.
That is.
Yeah, it was
That's
fucking
dope.
crazy.
That's good.
It was so much fun.
That's real good.
I remember one time that the 6 Mile swamp, they let us go in the swamp, and we had one girl who had she had an anxiety attack like halfway through.
There's alligators and fucking pythons.
Like
I
the
would
actual
too.
swamp?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, why would you want to do that?
I got my permission slip signed. I was there, man. I was
He
all
actually
for it.
signed it himself. He got in
He
trouble.
forged the signature.
His parents were like, "Why the hell did you do that?"
Let's talk to Ramo. Ramo, I know your dad was a police officer.
He was.
He was playing no games.
Wrong
so
ground.
if you didn't get that permission slip signed by your old man and you tried pulling any funny business, he's liable to whip your ass.
Yeah, no, being a police officer in that city, you pretty much have eyes everywhere, so it wouldn't matter. He knew what was going on, but yeah, no, we had permission slips. We went to places, and my favorite field trip, since we're on that,
Yes.
was we went to Chicago to a museum. It was like a music museum, and we saw the movie Amadeus.
I love that movie.
That was dope.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
I don't know that I ever saw that.
It is
I
about
don't think I
a
have.
movie about Mozart,
Yep.
and then Salieri, who's the hater.
Yeah.
Hater who ends up getting him killed, right? He kills him?
Well,
I forget at the end.
It kind of, yeah. He kind of sets the pace for it, and he's the guy in that costume.
Spoiler alert, Mozart dies in
Yeah,
this
he
movie,
does.
just letting you know.
He dies in real life, too.
That's what I'm saying. He's dead. Just spoiler alert.
Damn.
All right.
But no, it's a great story. Like, it's amazing.
We do have a little house cleaning to do here as we had our pre-show meeting yesterday. Things got a little heated. My face got a little red. Our producer also got a few shades of red. He was very upset. I felt blood pressures were rising.
You guys
So-
look like
Was
that
this a
when you're,
sexual encounter?
when you're guarding each other on the basketball
going on?
court.
Oh no.
But we have there's been talks in the producer room.
gross.
We have a couple of executive producers. These guys work
Really?
very hard.
Yeah, they
Really?
do. Yeah.
They are
Shout
the-
out to Jordan and Jacob, our
Give
two
them their
producers.
flowers.
Give them some.
They're our guys, yeah. Hell yeah. We'd let them be on the TV if they weren't so damn ugly.
But to be honest with you,
Damn.
one of the producers yesterday actually pissed me off a little
Uh-oh.
bit. He did Jacob.
Jacob.
He kind of pissed me off. He kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Was it his haircut?
The purse.
More the mustache. It's that mustache.
It's
Why
kind of
you hating on his
it's
mustache,
kind of
man?
broomy. It is.
Man, leave him his mustache alone.
I think what we've decided, though, in the executive meetings before the show, which you guys are, I guess, not invited to the
That's
executive.
nice.
We're not.
Thank
so
you.
thank you very
we
much.
don't know, we don't
But
know.
We're hearing this for the first time, just
these
like
are-
all of you out there.
This is only coming down from the executives. I'm not an executive. I try to be, but these guys are running the show. They said they're banning politics on the show
I'm good with that.
At least for today's show.
I'm good with that.
Today's show, we will not be talking about
Good.
any politics.
Good.
Although I do hear that there's something big happening today at 4 o'clock.
You like starting shit.
Just like
knock
except
it
for
off.
But I guess we'll
He's
move
trying
on.
to instigate
Let's
shit.
just
let it
go
go.
ahead and move on, shall we? Let's talk some
Let's do it.
sports.
That's
How
not
about
us.
that?
Yeah, let's do fun shit.
Let's talk
Sports
about
is not fun shit. Not
Well,
I'm
fun
kidding.
shit.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
So
Talk
no,
about sports.
no
I like it.
politics on today's show. So,
All of them.
So hopefully, if those of you that complained
Let's ban it.
to the executives, that it's not going to be on today's show. So we move on. We're going to talk baseball. Have you seen the bats that the Yankees are swinging? They got these torpedo
Hey.
bats.
Oh.
I heard about him.
Is this innovation or is this cheating? Have you guys have you seen these things? Look at them.
That's a weird looking bat.
It's a different design. Memphis, what are your first thoughts when you hear that the Yankees had hit 9 home runs in one game was one of the stats? And I know that they're the Bronx Bombers and they hit homers, but that seems a little wild, right?
That's
Well,
excessive.
I mean, that's a weird ass bat. I mean, but for the Yankees, I'm like, whatever. They can hit 1,000,000 of them. At the end of the day, they still suck. So it don't even
you
matter.
and your
Well, I think they have more championships than any other
They
team.
do.
I mean,
Who's your
yes,
team?
Yes, they do. The Cubs.
Oh.
Oh, listen, let's not talk about your team. Don't even try it.
Who?
He
the
is
White
the
Sox.
White Sox. yeah,
Hey
he's the
man,
White
we
Sox.
got just as
y'all
many
trash,
championships. We got just
trash.
as many championships as you guys.
I don't know.
That's all.
But anyways,
That's all.
we're better. So anyways, but
I
no,
don't
back
think
to the Yankees.
Debatable.
Like, they still suck. You know what I mean? They got to do stuff. Is it cheating? No, because if MLB say it's good, then yeah. But I mean, it's looked upon like, really, you got to get that kind of bat?
I guess it was designed by an MIT grad that's pretty close to my age, like in his mid-40s. He's a hitting coach for the Yankees, James Rawson, and he's behind these new torpedo-shaped bats, and I guess it's just lighting the league up. The Yankees have outscored their opponents 22 runs in just 3 games, and like I said, 9 homers in one night. What do you think? What do you say there, Ramo? You think, as technology goes, so do the home runs?
I say that if it's not illegal and they're improving things in the league, equipment gets improved all the time, and obviously people are going to hit better with it. Why? Well, if you look at it, it's still fat in the center, but then it kind of cones off at the bottom a little bit. That takes a lot of weight off of the bat, so you can really get that head around quick and really get the meat of the bat into the ball.
Are we talking
You know what
about
that shape reminds me of? You.
You've been looking at my penis again? Damn it. I'm not circumcised.
Oh no.
It does have a flat head. I will say it has some kind of flat head on it.
It's pretty
Right. It's almost like remember when we used to have the bats that what would they have? They had like a cup underneath in the bottom of it. It was cut out. It wasn't round.
Help with the aerodynamics, take a little bit of the weight off the bat.
Yeah.
It's in the major leagues they don't use the metal bats or
At
the
all.
aluminum bats. They
Yeah,
have to
they-
use the wooden
wood
bats.
Sure.
Because they say if
makes
these
sense.
major leaguers were using these aluminum bats, they'd be hitting 100 homers a
Hell
year.
yeah.
And the safety as well as the fans. You got to think of what about these torpedo bats? If you launch a torpedo and you smack some little kid who's trying to enjoy his popcorn, and then his dad has to see the little kid with blood and guts and shit all over his face.
Well,
Well,
damn.
first
I mean,
off,
that's pretty
if he's a
tragic.
good dad, he'll catch the bat before he gets there. No, it's a souvenir.
The ball.
All right. No, he said the bat.
Or how about little
Oh,
Jimmy
but-
should have
but-
got better seats?
No, well, no,
Too damn
that
bad.
you'd
You
have
know
good
when you
seats.
chose a seat.
I mean, I don't think that would happen, really.
I mean, they have like expanded the little netting around like the baseline
They
and
have.
stuff like that. So I mean, that helps a little bit.
Tomkat,
Uh-oh.
what do you think about this
Dang.
bat?
You know, when I see the shape of this bat, I think, wait till the porn industry gets a hold of this thing. Really good.
Don't give him any ideas.
He's already got him. That's scary.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're
Hey,
not.
that's your idea, man. You can make some money.
I'll take
off
a
of
whole
it.
case.
He's gonna buy- yeah,
send him
he's-
to California.
He's going to Louisville tonight.
All right, let's move on. All right, let's stay with the sports,
Wow.
Again, we are talking no politics today, although there is some breaking news happening right now at 4 o'clock. But hey, we're not doing that right
Well,
now.
we don't want
We're
to
not.
hear that.
We're
We're
going
not
to
doing that.
March Madness. Let's talk March Madness, shall we? Our Final Four predictions. There's money on the line, but it seems as though 2 of us have teams in and 2 of us have teams out.
That sucks.
So let's look here. Let's take a look. Ramo, What team did you have going to the Final Four?
I don't even remember. They got eliminated in the first round.
They got eliminated in the first round.
They did. They sucked. It was
did.
no. I thought they were going to be good because from what I heard on 670 to score, they had a really good center, and I thought that would make a difference in the college game, but apparently it didn't.
Who that?
I don't know. I heard that. What was it?
Who you said? Wouldn't it be
Iowa. No,
No,
Iowa
it was
State.
Iowa State.
He had the
Iowa State.
Cyclones.
Yeah,
It
Iowa
was
State. Yeah, they had like a
They were a
really
3 seed.
impressive they had an impressive big guy that was
Like,
lighting us.
Yeah, you better stop saying that.
I didn't
well,
like
because
that at all.
I
I've watched them a couple of times. They did
I've
not have.
but see, I've never watched them. That's what I'm saying. Like I only all the information I got from college sports basketball would be off Chicago Sports Radio.
all right, you tried. Hey,
Yeah.
E for effort.
I mean,
Good job,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah, give it to
Yeah.
them.
Let's go to Memphis.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you had a strong pick. Yeah,
I
your
did.
alma mater, Tennessee, the
yeah,
Vols.
yeah,
This
yeah.
team, to me, was poised to go to the Final
We
Four.
were.
You had them, but what happened?
We got roused by Houston. Idiot. Yeah, Houston took it to us, man.
Oh.
Idiot. I mean,
Houston.
shit.
Isn't that where didn't Hakeem
the
Olajuwon?
dream of 5.
He played pro
slam
there.
a jam
He
him
played
in-
pro at Houston, but didn't he go to Houston as a college? Could we look
Yeah.
that up? I
Yeah,
believe
went
he
to-
did.
Yeah,
Did
he
he?
was part of 5
Yeah, I think
slam a
I
jam.
think he
That's
did.
right.
Him and Clyde Drexler
Yeah.
together at the same time.
I like
Hell yeah,
him.
they was
I
that
like
was
his
a
game.
monster, man.
Yeah.
That Houston team. Oh my god,
Yeah.
they were wow.
I
That
like
was
Clyde.
That was a
Even when he went to Portland, man, he was crushing the league. If it wasn't for Jordan, he'd have a championship.
You know who else went to the University of Houston and played basketball?
Who?
Master P.
Really?
And his
He
son.
went pro. You know, he went pro
Well,
for like
well,
half a season or something.
No, he almost did.
I thought he
almost-
played. He played a couple pro games.
They were preseason games. He almost made the team though. The Raptors. He Vince Carter.
I remember
was
that,
talking
yeah.
about it. Vince Carter said it was one guy they should have cut and they should have had Master P. It was close.
Ah, yeah, 6 degrees of Master P.
Yeah, that's right,
He's
man.
dope, man. I met him. He's a great dude.
All right,
Love him.
Tomkat, on to you. You know, you're not a huge sports fan. When you filled out your bracket, it was similar to a scene out of summer school.
Sorry.
C.
Yeah.
You just went chalk, as they say. You just picked whoever the favorite was. And how did it work out for you? Who did you have?
I guess I had the Duke.
You had the Duke?
The Duke.
That was
I had the fucking Duke over. Listen, I don't know a lot about.
I picked the Duke.
I've
Hey,
actually,
Duke Blue Devils.
I've
man.
actually been watching and it's been awesome.
Blue
I've been
Devils,
watching and
right?
it's been
Blue
killer,
Devils.
man. These games are fast and furious.
Man, that's why I'm like,
It's fun.
if you say you like the NBA, you have to like college
I
sports.
just don't know a lot about
because
it. So
it's well, that's a good thing that you start to watch it. Watch it by little, especially tournament time, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, this shit is fucking
It's
crazy!"
fun, yeah.
Because it's literally you win, you keep going, you
Sure.
lose, your ass is out.
Also, the
yeah.
Cinderella story, I think, could be
Yeah.
the best thing
Sure.
about. You see the small school, like you know, you see the FGCU here in
I
our own
remember.
backyard.
Shit,
They
it
went to
happened
Sweet
to everybody.
16.
It happened to us. Chicago,
Dope
Loyola.
City.
McNeese, this past one,
Mhm.
McNeese. There wasn't a Cinderella story that went very far, but to me, it's always good when you see the little guy, you know, punch the big guy in the mouth.
Nice.
And so that's what I love about March Madness. But my pick came in as well, so shout out to the Gators.
The Gators, that's right.
Florida Gators are in. So me and Tomkat got our Final Four right. So now it's come down to me and TK to see who will walk away this year's champion in March Madness.
I gotta say, I think I know who's gonna win that game.
You think it's
That's-
going to be who you want to
Florida,
put your,
maybe.
Who you got your
I
money
like
on?
Florida, even though I don't have Florida.
So this Final Four is good because
It's all number one
it's
seeds.
Yeah.
Only the second
the
time.
second time all four number one. Houston is a problem defensively. Like, I'm glad it's my mad it's not us, but I'm glad it's them. Like if their shots fall, you may not score 40 points on them. They're that good. Like, they clamped us down, and we were the number one best defensive team in America, and they clamped us down. So, you know, but that Florida and Auburn, oh, man, if Auburn get their act together, I could see them running Florida out the gym.
All right, we'll see what happens. You got on one side, it's two SEC schools going at it. That would be Florida and Auburn. On the other side, you have Duke taking on who's Duke playing?
It's the
Houston.
Duke. Thank
Houston. They're
Houston.
playing Houston. That's
Yeah.
right. There's the teams right there. That's the four: Auburn, Florida, Duke, Houston.
That's gonna be crazy. When is
The first game's going to be just after 6 p.m. on April the 5th. I believe that's going to be Saturday.
Okay.
And then the night game at 8:45. I love how they put the tip. 8:49. They'll be tipping off at 8:49.
Yeah.
Like
Not
that-
850.
This is crazy. That is the second time all 4 number 1 seeds made the Final Four. The first time it was ever done was, I believe, 2003 or 2004. It might have been 2004.
We looked that up.
Because it was, if I remember, it was Memphis, Kansas, I want to say North Carolina, and the 4th number 1 seed was, I want to say Texas, but it wasn't Texas.
Surprising that it's only happened 2 times
Yeah.
in all the years of the tournament that the number 1 seeds all 4. So it just goes
It
to
might have
show
been
that it's
Louisville.
unpredictable. It was 2008 was the last
2008.
time.
Okay. There
And the seeding started in 1979. So, we're talking about 45 years of data, and it's only happened 2 times in 45.
Who were those?
And that
4
was
teams?
Kansas, Memphis, North Carolina, and UCLA.
Oh, and UCLA. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah,
So
UCLA.
here we are. Well, I guess we'll find out next week who the champion is.
And I knew that right off the top of my head, too. I didn't
We're
have to
sticking
say
with sports again because we're not talking politics. So what
Absolutely,
else are you
that's
going to
right.
talk about? If you don't talk politics, you talk sports.
that. The weather?
And we got some fights in sports. Who does not want to talk about some fights in sports? Can we bring up some of the footage? I guess this is Pistons versus Timberwolves. It looks like they were going full 1990 basketball here. A fight. I haven't seen this yet. Oh. I'm not seeing it. Let's just,
Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
Oh, shit. There we go.
Oh,
This is 90s basketball, man. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm not seeing a punch thrown, though.
me
I got
either.
I got
I mean-
a really good video in my news that you can see them punching
Well,
each
it looks
other.
like somebody swung something there. It looked like a towel or hand, so there's some pushing going on. And somebody sitting down. Yeah.
Why is it always the Pistons involved with the fights?
Hey, man, well,
They're
they
pissed.
are the bad boys. Well,
Things.
they're children of the bad boys. So
What'd you say, Tomkat? They're the piss.
They're piss.
They're piss.
Pins. Not the best.
That's funny.
Man, that guy's haircut's terrible there, that guy looking around. Jeez.
hey, they both playoff teams too.
I think he's
Minnesota and
balding,
Detroit.
Tomcat. Thanks a
No,
lot.
I'm balding.
Thanks a lot for making him feel bad.
Now that's nothing compared to the Malice and the Palace. Do we have that? Can we roll that footage
Malice
now?
in
Yeah.
the Palace, man.
This
Did
was
somebody
back
get
in
knocked out?
2004. This happened, and this is the
shit.
infamous
Yeah.
one. You remember this one? Let's
Yep,
Oh,
there it
shit.
goes, right there.
roll it.
And there's Artest laying down. Now he's hopping
He
in the
goes
stands.
in, yeah,
There
he goes into the stands. Yeah, I remember
And here we go. Like, you did it. You did it. He's like, no, bro, it wasn't me.
Boom. This is
And-
that.
the.
Oh, that
Boom.
dude gets it the
Get your
worst
ass out.
right there.
I'm whooping.
Here's
Jermaine
what I'll
O'Neal.
say. Here's what I'll say about the one guy that got hit by our test. He took it pretty good. Like he took a couple licks and then he stayed at him.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
I
he
give
really
give
scraped.
credit to that Pistons fan. He took a couple shots and he stayed.
The fans
standing
were
in
throwing
his
I remember
spot.
shit at him.
I was in the airport.
Oh,
in
he dumped a
Pittsburgh.
whole drink on him.
It wasn't the first time he's got his ass kicked at a basketball game.
That's crazy. I was in the airport in Pittsburgh. I was on my way to Vegas, and I remember watching that. And I was like, "Holy shit,
That's
this is fucking
wild.
crazy!"
If you add up
I
all
love
the
it.
suspensions from that Malice in the Palace, it was 146 games worth of suspensions.
Wow.
Now, if somebody threw a drink on him, is why
Yeah, that's why he
tripped.
he went up there. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's like, oh shit. He's
Yeah,
going
they
up
all
there.
were.
Yeah. Now watch him take this
Bang.
punch. He takes 2 punches and he's like, let's go.
But he didn't take that one.
Boom.
No, because he got pinned against the other guy.
Jermaine O'Neal
Jermaine
definitely got
O'Neal
him
came
on that one.
in. Get your ass out of here. You ain't finna.
All right, let's go to our next.
That's teamwork right there. One fight, we all fight.
Our producers have compiled a bunch of the great sports fights because, who doesn't love a nice fight sometimes?
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan versus Robin Ventura. Do you remember this one in baseball?
I do.
Nolan Ryan gets Robin Ventura in a headlock and just beats the piss out of him. This is
On the mound.
1993. The pitch comes in, hits Ventura. He says, takes his helmet off. I give him credit for that, but you're
Bang,
straight
bang,
into the
bang.
head. Oh, look at that headlock by
bang,
Nolan
bang.
Ryan.
Should have left that helmet on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or learn how to bob and weave,
He'd have
bro.
been hitting that helmet.
That's good old-fashioned baseball
That was
there.
a fucking fight, man.
Came in too tall.
That was back when this was America's pastime, when people really loved the game of baseball. Not
true.
Well,
people
football
still
got it
love
now.
their baseball, but it's definitely taken a back seat.
Look how clean those jerseys are.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys,
are.
at least they got up and did something. It looks like they weren't doing nothing all day. They the cleanest jerseys I've ever seen.
You know, they hardly ever fight in
Look at that.
baseball.
Did
anyway.
anybody steal a base or anything that day?
I don't
What's
know.
going on? What is that?
No, but it was a bunch of people getting their face
Yeah,
stolen off.
Anybody hit any home runs? How many home runs were in the game?
No.
And Nolan, wasn't that the Nolan Ryan's last game when he?
I think so. Well, he was 103 in this.
Nolan Ryan was 103
In this game, yeah.
or he was pitching 100.
No, he was
Got him.
103.
That had to
He's
hurt.
the oldest pitcher
He was
ever to
crazy.
throw
He's not
a baseball.
103,
He
man.
was in this, yes.
Nah.
Nolan
You
Ryan
smoked
was
way
103.
too much crack, man.
What year was
Lay
he
off
born
the
in,
booze,
Ramo?
Ramo.
Nolan
I mean-
Ryan whooped his ass, I think.
He did.
You saying that man was 103 whooping that young man's
He
ass?
whipped his ass.
Still throwing 100 mile an hour fastball.
He's teaching that youngin what for.
It does
That's
seem
what
like
he
a
did.
bad idea to run up against
Yeah,
somebody
you
that
don't
can
do that.
shoot their hand out at 100 miles an
And
hour
he's-
to throw a
yeah.
ball,
and
you
not
know?
only- and then, not
And
on
then
top
come
of that,
straight up like,
the mound is like however
Dumbass.
tall, so he's still got angle on you, so you screwed either way.
All right, we got another
That was
fight. Now,
dumb.
this sport, I respect these guys. If there's one athlete that I will not mess with, especially if you're in a bar, an old pub, and you're drinking some brews, you see some hockey players, don't start no shit with these guys.
No.
Because they will fight you. There won't be pushing, there won't be shoving, it will be punching.
yeah.
Now, this is from 1997. They called this night the Fight Night at the Joe. This is
Okay,
Joe
there we
Louis
go.
Arena.
Detroit, huh?
In Detroit. Again, these Detroit people, they got a chip on their shoulder. They like to fight.
They don't fuck
But
around. up
this
in
is an
Detroit.
absolute bloodbath. Red Wings Avalanche, 1997.
Okay, they're not,
Look at these guys.
That's a great year too, man. 97, boy.
Boom.
They fight.
Boom.
Oh, let's go. Get them.
These guys are really
The doctor
accurate.
was
Get
putting
him.
some stitches in that night.
Look at the refs. Look
Why,
at the refs.
why y'all still on the bench? Why everybody on the bench? Y'all
The
need to
ref
be-
is chilling.
This one guy is just watching them fight.
He just like, look at these fools.
This is classic.
The goalie's at it. There they go.
Oh.
Look at that.
That was a
It's
hell
always
of a
good when
shot.
they look. Got him. Good 'em.
Boom. Now, these are haymakers, and that's what
Oh
I'm
man,
talking
my
about.
great grandma would love this. She loved watching hockey fights. She'd be tickle pink right now watching this.
It's got to
like,
be
get 'em,
hard to
get 'em.
get a nice solid punch on
When
the
you're on
damn
ice,
ice
yeah.
skates.
That's why they hold each other so
Yeah,
you can
you
get a
want
whack.
you want to just
One
Ah!
punch, two punch.
Now, that was a hell of a fight.
That's a
they did.
fight, man. That's a fucking
Shit, if
fight.
I'm the ref, I'm like, these motherfucker crazy guys ain't beating the crap out of me. I just came here to call the game.
Now look at them. Now it's almost like they respect each other. Like, hey man, that was a hell of a fight.
Good fight.
Good show,
Yeah.
guy. Way to go. That's what I like. That's one thing I love about hockey, and I also respect these players because when they're in the playoffs, these hockey players, it's not like the National Football League where you play on a Sunday and then you get a week off and then you don't have to play till next Sunday. When these guys are in the playoffs, it's 7-game series.
Like basketball.
We're gonna play on Friday night,
Yep.
and then we're gonna turn around. We're gonna play on Saturday night. And then we're gonna travel a day, and then on Sunday I'll meet you at your place, and we'll run around and fight for 2 more days.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
And
this
that's
question,
just
though.
one series. These guys might play 3 games, 4 games in 1 week.
yeah.
Yes,
Why-
it's
As
true.
compared to just one.
Why
It's true.
only hockey
What
is
do
it
you mean?
allowed? Why
To
in
fight?
no other sport is it allowed except for hockey?
I guess it's the tradition. Can we ask the
Well,
supercomputer?
right?
I think
Why-
it
like,
is.
imagine-
It's a
fighting
tradition.
allowed.
Imagine if, like, in the NBA, they just started doing what we just saw, but
They
then they let
do.
them, or in the NFL with all the pads, and they just start
They
beating
do.
But they let it, like, every
Right.
play. It's almost every play. I don't know if you've ever been to a game, but
Well, hockey,
literally,
it's
yes.
not every
yes.
play.
It's a lot.
In minor
lot.
league where we go here, in minor league they fight a lot.
Well, in the NBA back in the day, they did fight back in the day. It wasn't like
The
hockey, but
Everblades.
but
They're
it was
always
it
fighting.
was-
All right, here it is
Counting.
from the supercomputer. The tradition and the code.
Yep.
Fighting has been a part of hockey for over a century. There's an unwritten set of rules known as the code, they call it, where the players police each other. If someone throws a dirty hit or a cheap shot, they may have to answer the bell with a fight.
Okay.
The self-policing is seen as a way to detour worse behavior, like dangerous hits that could cause serious injuries. Player safety, it says things. Some argue fighting protects star players, that they try to protect them. And the NHL doesn't encourage fighting, but it regulates it rather than ejecting players automatically. So they don't encourage it, but they will. And I've noticed the refs like stand by and let them fight for a few
minute.
moments, and then as soon as they hit the ice, they jump on them and
It's
and
like the
break it
fuck
up.
around and find out rule. Like you want to hit somebody dirty or you
Mhm.
want to pull some bullshit on the court,
Yep.
If he comes to stick your ass, don't say nothing. You better be ready to put him
It's
up.
like a left tackle.
I had that story a little bit ago where the guy did the karate kick with his blade and cut the guy and killed him.
Yeah.
And killed him. Remember that?
You can't
Now
do
that's
that.
dirty. Like,
yeah.
don't be kicking no motherfucking fight.
That's-
What do you think this is?
That's probably what they're trying to avoid. People
Sure.
doing
Sure. 100%.
more deadly stuff. Like
100%. Yeah. No.
All right.
that's
Well, baseball's
terrible.
underway. The March Madness is underway. Before you know it, there's going to be the NFL draft is right around the corner. So
fun.
it's
that's
fun
right.
talking. We're talking no politics. We're talking
Good.
sports.
Where's the NFL draft this year, anyways?
I'm not sure. Could we look that up? We'll tell you. But let's move on to our next topic. This next topic is our producers have been back working hard and playing with the supercomputer.
What you're playing?
And
Is
they-
that the word
What?
for penis nowadays?
Yeah, what?
This is what the new code word.
That sounded
Let's
kind
not
of
get
queer.
in trouble with HR around
Oh, okay.
here.
Yeah.
I can send some of my people here right now.
RH.
But the supercomputer has now got a photo generator where you can just put a photo in this machine and
I
you
like
can
it.
you can say, "Hey, spit us out a photo." And so, like, first thing that the guys did was they're fans of Tim Burton. You know, the Tim Burton films. They're kind of dark. They took a photo that we took at the record store when we had the little outing at the record store, and they first did a Tim Burton version of all four of us. Check this shot out. There we are.
Oh yeah, it
Oh, that's
definitely.
dope.
That's cool.
Doesn't that look cool?
It's
I like
very,
that.
Very cool.
And people can try this too. If you have the Chat GPT, the paid version of it, you could do this too as well. What's the next one we did? Well, TK, there was this picture of you where you were holding a record, and I said, you know what, guys, turn him into a Smurf. I want to see
Smurf.
Tomkat as a Smurf holding a record.
Dude, I mean, that's really cool looking.
That is
It's
dope.
actually pretty cool, man.
I like it.
The 3D-ness of it. It's like super 3D looking.
But it
Wild.
took the same shirt you were wearing that day. Go back to the shot again. It took that shirt that you were wearing, and also it used your big fat fingers. You see those big fat fingers? Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
definitely your fat
Hey, look,
fingers.
guys, it's douchey Smurf.
Oh yeah, that is my finger.
And if you noticed, you had the sunglasses on. In the real
Yeah.
photo, you had sunglasses on your head too, so it picked up on that. So that was kind of cool.
That's cool, man.
That is cool.
It's
dude.
all fun and games till it starts making us subservient slaves and makes us build pyramids again.
Yeah, that's possible.
New pyramids.
I'm down for doing that.
There's the original photo there.
Yeah, there it
And
is.
and then go back to
Ah!
the Smurf
Oh.
photo. Now let's see the Smurf photo real quick. Well, there's the Smurf right there.
There it is. You bastards.
All right, there you
That's
go.
Smurf dick, not
Okay.
Smurf.
Nice.
Smurf. You know they got a
Little boo-
Smurf movies coming out
jackass.
soon.
I like the Smurfs.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got a Smurf movie coming out this summer.
Really?
Straight
All right.
up, Rihanna's in it.
Gargamel?
Then I started
too.
thinking like, what? Oh, there's a Tim. There's
That's
the Tim
awesome.
Burton Tomcat.
That is
right
cool.
there.
That's sick.
That is dope, dog.
Yeah.
So then the next
That's
thing
his
I started
personality.
thinking about like what cartoons are popular with the younger generation these days. So I said, what about Rick and Morty? What would we look like if you took Rick and Morty, you turned the Outcast Podcast into Rick and Morty, put that shot up there. Look at the way that it analyzed the four of us. Everybody looks pretty spot on except for Tomkat.
Of course.
Well, I don't see us yet.
I don't see the video.
It was stolen by the AI.
There it is,
okay.
right
Oh,
there.
there it is.
Oh, okay, I get
What's
it.
going on with Tomkat? Why are you looking? That doesn't
You
look
look
like Tom.
weird, man. You don't look. That's not Tomcat. That's for sure.
They made you super dark, Tomkat. You
Looks
must have
like
been
the
very-
brothers are on the left and you go white guys are on
See,
the right.
even they think you're Mexican.
They think you're white.
It's true,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I acted.
Is that why you think they picked up?
I like
the
how
act
Ramo's
white?
got his little lanyard that he
Yeah,
has, his
yeah,
little
yeah.
vapilator lanyard.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's
boy.
weed in there.
That's great. You look
Where-
very slim there too, Ray.
I am
Okay, yeah,
slim,
that's nice,
dick.
yeah. Oh no.
Family Guy took some weight off of Ray.
It
Looks
thinks
like.
you're
look
slim.
like it.
I am. Fuck
So
off.
the next one we did, this was a request by Ramo. Ramo requested this shot. This is the Outcast Podcast as Family Guy, as if we were on an
Yes.
episode of Family Guy.
I like
And it did this.
Oh shit.
I love it.
What's going on with me?
Why do you look Cuban?
I know, like what?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
dark.
like you say, hey, come on over to my house. You can have a beer.
AI, you've confused AI, Tomcat.
Yeah, it doesn't know what.
It's because you've been on the beach so much.
Yep.
Now this last one
This
we
is
did,
crazy.
this was a request by Ramo as well. I don't know where this came from. Maybe something from his childhood.
Sure.
But he asked, could we see the Outcasts as Care Bears.
Aw.
Care Bears, what the
Look
fuck?
at us as Care Bears. There we are, the Care
We're
Bears.
cute. See, even Tomkat looks cute in this one.
That is cool.
There we are. The Outcast is Care Bears. They gave Ramo the green Care Bear. They gave me the blue Care Bear.
They knew I was high.
And again, no.
You got to be.
This time they got my color right, at least.
Yeah, looks like you're like a yellowish brown.
Yeah.
That's normal.
He's a brown
That's
bear.
me.
And then they made Ramo a nice, cute brown bear. That's like the traditional brown bear.
Yep, but he has brown eyes. The white part of your eyes made him brown too.
Look at us as Care Bears. That is funny.
Yours are blue.
Tomkat's not wearing shoes for some reason. He didn't show up.
Ah,
doesn't
yes,
like
good
wearing
eyes.
shoes.
They knew who he was.
I like the behind us, the picture up there at the top is Get Slaughtered. That's awesome. Get
Oh, you talking about
Slaughtered.
in the
Yeah.
top left?
Top left.
Hell
the
yeah.
pictures look like legit almost.
Oh, that's
They're
badass,
not.
I like them. That's fun. They're all fun.
All right, let's go to our next
Hell
topic.
yeah.
We're
I
gonna
like-
talk
I like
some.
that.
We're gonna
That's
talk
pretty
some
fucking
money.
good.
No.
The Forbes 2025 list is out. There is 141 new billionaires.
Damn.
Countries
New?
like
Oh, wow.
India, China, and the U.S. They still are dominating the wealth game. The money is in India.
There's me on the left.
It's in China, and Forbes just came out with this list, and it is kind of there are more billionaires. They keep adding them. So in
Who the hell is that with his fingers up and down at the bottom right, looking all crazy?
I don't know. That might be Steve Ballmer, I think,
Oh.
the owner of the LA Clippers, I believe. But
okay.
in 2023, there were 2,668 billionaires. In 2024, there are 2,755 billionaires. And then this year, we added 26 new billionaires, 2,781 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 on the list is he is in out of France, and he's in the fashion business. That would be Bernard Arnault. I believe he has all those like brands that Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, where they charge.
Hennessy, like,
People
all
should
that
stop
shit, yeah.
buying these damn bags. I mean,
Really?
you are spending $5,000 on a handbag that's costing this guy literally probably $10 to make, but you want that Louis Vuitton name on the purse. And this guy just keeps stacking cash. I mean, what a margin you can have when you can charge $3,000 for a purse and people will buy it.
Shit, she bought that purse for $50 at Ross.
Yeah, I never understood that. I mean, I got a $15 shirt on for fucking Kohl's, and I love this shirt. I'm all
Yeah.
excited about
I
it.
got
I
a
don't give a
birthday
damn.
gift on.
But then, some people like high fashion. And you know what? Just don't buy what you cannot afford. That's what I would
Sure.
say. If you like it, get it. But
If you can.
don't just make sure you can pay your shit.
Who's number 4 on the list? So we've got fashion mogul, and he owns what else does he own? It's like Sephora and stuff. But we're on to Larry Ellison. I know he made Google money. What does it say here? He's the chief technical officer and co-founder of software giant Oracle now. But he made a lot of it. He used to be with Google. We could look that up to check and see if I'm correct. But I'm very positive that he made a lot of his money in Googling.
Yeah, he looks like he's been Googling
Yeah,
some porn
for,
stars.
for a long time.
He sat on Tesla's board, I guess, back in 2018.
Fun.
Maybe he didn't have anything to do with Google. Maybe it's just to do with
Tesla?
Oracle. But you can
Oracle.
see where the
Oh.
money is shooting up right there.
Right there, yeah.
Boom. The technology. You see the tech
Mhm.
came in. We all started streaming in 2020.
Yep.
And boom.
Yeah.
These tech guys really started making money. Now
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go to the next person on the list. Where's the money? Where are these
Good
people?
for
What are they
them.
doing to make all this damn money? Who's number 3 on the list of the billionaires? Jeff Bezos. We know how he makes money.
Yeah.
We all got the packages showing up. That was a brilliant move by Bezos. Started out
Smart.
as a book company.
In
and
his
then-
garage.
Yes. And his wife even took half of his money. So that, very impressive. Jeff
She didn't take
Bezos.
half. She got like $48 billion.
She didn't get half?
No.
I thought the ladies always get half.
No, hell no. They
Shit,
worked out
mine
a good-
got half.
She got
plus.
she got 48 billion,
bullshit.
and she gives a lot of it away too.
She does.
And
She's
She's a
very-
philanthropist.
Yeah, very
Yes.
good.
number 2 on the list, that Zuck and that Facebook.
Fuckerberg.
They have really figured out
You're
how
kidding.
to monetize ads on Facebook, and now they're getting big into the AI. And if you are on Facebook, there's just a lot of ads nowadays. And what's happening is businesses are finding a return, and their model is growing. You would think people are they're over Facebook, people are leaving Facebook, but more people are getting on Facebook. It seems
100%.
Really?
I think
that's what the numbers show. More people are
Sure.
signing up for it.
And
Wow.
I mean, a lot of people are still on it, and you see all kind of advertisings, probably more so than you hear on a lot of radio stations, locally. I mean, they're packed. More people, they're making more money from just local advertisements on different internet streams and things like that than local radio stations are making.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was on Facebook.
They banned me, so I'm off there.
TK's
Tomkat,
banned, and I don't even go on it.
Tomkat got banned because you had played the breakdance lady.
Yeah, what was her
Ray
name?
Gun.
You're like, Uncle
yeah.
Luke, you're banned on Facebook.
Because you had stolen it from Rolling Stone or something. You screen recorded the video, and then they got mad at you. It's like the International Olympic Committee got pissed at you.
Yeah, the IOC straight up messaged them straight up and was like, this guy he recorded the TV and stole our content, which I think I downloaded off their thing. But yeah, that was it. They were like, boop. I haven't been on Facebook since. I don't miss it. But
I love it.
Yeah,
He's
you ain't
like,
missing
I
shit.
did not steal it that
Do
way.
you know why I don't miss it? The other day, I went bypass McDonald's and I saw the line was too long and I wanted to bitch so bad. And I was like, I wish I had Facebook so I could go on there and bitch about the McDonald's line. That's all it's for. That's why I'm glad I don't have it. Because the only reason I wanted it was to go on it and complain about how long.
And that's the reason why.
And I was like, that's the place to go.
Oh,
Do you know how funny that shit is?
That shit
That is
fucking,
great
that shit's
entertainment.
fucking annoying.
But
That's why-
I don't
that's
get a
why-
lot of that
yeah,
shit, dude.
that's
A
why I
lot
get
of the
off
stuff
of it.
that I get is more like music. Like I got a lot of posts from Ultra this past weekend. A lot of DJs, Louis Vega. A lot.
What
of
about
Louis Vegas
large-breasted
and stuff.
blondes? Do you get any of that? Because that seems to be a lot of my feed for some reason.
You seem to get those
I'm
in,
not sure
those
why.
little real things that pop up, but you can kind of hide those so that you don't see those all the time.
It gives you what you
Perfect.
like.
Why would you
I know
hide
you
them?
want them.
Why
What?
would you hide them? Are you
Because
afraid?
my wife uses my phone sometimes. Dick. That's why. Trust me, I know where to
Understood.
find them.
Oh, you're sure.
There's a little button right up top.
All right, let's look at the number one person. Now, I would like to preface this by saying I don't know that, I mean, I don't ever want to be that rich, I don't think, because it's more money, more problems. But I don't think I would ever want to be the richest person in the world because I would want to give some money away before I became the richest person.
You're a good
Exactly.
dude. That's why.
Like
No,
if,
but
if you
that's-
make
that's the
so
right
much,
thing to
if you
do.
make so much
Sure.
money, you should probably give some of your money away.
A lot of it.
I don't know how much money these guys are giving away,
Right.
but they probably are. I'm sure these guys are all giving some of their money away.
Maybe.
But
I mean,
number one on the list, people love him, people hate him, especially now that he has gone political. Although we're not talking politics.
we're not.
Yep, so let's
We're
not-
talking.
No, we're playing tons of political drops.
Yeah.
But we're not talking politics at all.
This has come down from the executive. This is an executive order for this episode. Elon Musk, number one on the list.
Sure.
How much money does this guy have? $342 billion. So if you look at the numbers, number 5 has $178 billion. That's Bernard.
Mhm.
Larry has 192. Then you bump up to 215 with Bezos. Bezos and Zuckerberg are in a like a shootout here.
Yeah.
This is definitely
When
coming.
they won't fight
Nice.
at one point in time.
One could only hope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that'd be fun.
They were supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a-
I think Zuck
Weren't
would
they
beat him.
supposed to fight?
Yeah, I was Zuckerberg whoop his ass.
They
Like,
were-
don't they
And like a
motherfuckers-
celebrity boxing match or some shit, right?
Yeah, they both post out. I will not let them live that down. That's right.
Fake.
They did.
They
put
pushed out.
on it. Yes, they did.
Fakes.
Elon Musk, $342 billion.
That's a lot of money.
This guy's got a
If he
lot.
That's a
gave
lot
away-
of cheese.
If he gave away, if he said, "I'm gonna give away $100 billion of my net worth," he would feed a lot of people. He'd feed
Yeah.
a lot of problems.
Now,
But
and
then there'd be all
let's,
these fat people running around.
let's
Oh,
make
boy,
that
I'm
clear.
just kidding.
Yeah,
You got
there already
Ozempic,
is.
TK. You forgot. They got
Hey,
Ozempic now.
listen.
They don't do that.
All right,
Let's keep this in
we've
mind.
got-
That's their net worth, right? That's how much they're worth. That's not how much cash they have in their pocket.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forget about
how much?
that.
Yeah, and I'm sure they got a lot less. Nobody carries around $342 billion with them.
I would if I had it.
I don't think you'd be able to. Like, where would you keep $342
I
billion?
mean,
Well,
they
if
don't
I-
make a wallet that big.
If I had $1 billion bills, then I'd only need 300 of them. Not that hard.
All right, let's move
$1
on.
bills.
Thank you.
Our next
Oh, that's
topic
great.
is, I believe we've all
man.
dined at this place. It used to really have a lure for me, I believe, for
Like
sure.
You're a
Castle?
pervil.
Slightly.
That
Hooters.
puss.
I love Hooters.
Hooters, hell yeah,
yeah.
man. I haven't been there forever.
Well, it sounds like a lot of people haven't been there forever because they are filing for bankruptcy protection.
What?
This could be the end of the wings and waistbands chain. Do you think Hooters aged out? Do you think that now... I'll tell you my 2 cents, and then I'll ask you guys why you think Hooters has fallen off. I think that they have...
Because the chicks are ugly.
Exactly.
It's his theory. It's
Why'd
so
you
good.
steal his thunder, bro?
I had to say because it's so
Dick.
funny. He's told me it before
And that's your
numerous times.
friend.
Oh no.
I just think it's hilarious.
Not that they're ugly, but they definitely used to have a standard. If you went into a establishment at Hooters in the 90s, 80s, even the early 2000s,
up until like maybe 2010.
they had a perfect 10. You had to be a dime.
He's not lying.
There was no nines.
There was no matter what.
No offense to a 9. A 9 is a good score.
You had
It
to be
passes.
a dime. You had no matter what Hooters you went to across the country.
Says the guy in the Cubs hat.
You had to you knew you walked in the Hooters. You was like, damn, there's some bad chicks up in here.
This is actually a grizzly bear hat,
That's
the
what you-
minor league team.
Oh, nice.
This is the minor league hat.
That's
I'm
fun.
here talking
I didn't
shit.
even know that. That's dope.
Yeah, but Hooters is filing bankruptcy,
That's,
and I say it's because the quality of a talent. They let their talent go. They even let some dude
Yeah.
become a Hooters chick because he whined
He
and,
said a
and
Hooters chick.
filed some complaint.
Hey, you know what?
I want to wear the little orange
He
shorts.
was smart. He was smart. That was a calculated move. Because I remember when they I'm like, that motherfucker slick. I give all him the credit in the world because he knew that's what was gonna happen. And because organizations like that, they don't even think like that. That's like so beneath them until it happened. It's like somebody got us.
Yeah,
And
I mean Hooters. They're known for Hooters. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean the place is not called ball bats and baseballs. It's not called that. It's called
ball
Hooters.
bats and baseballs, huh?
Yes. So
Huh.
what do you think, Ramo? Why do you think they've struggled? Is the chicken wings not as good? What do you think the problem is?
I think the problem is that they've gotten too big, and too many different people were responsible for the quality of the food, and I think that has taken a huge hit. And with that, a lot of people stop going. When they do that, you're not getting top talent. You're not even getting the best waitresses or waiters or anything, bartenders, because their sangria was amazing as well. Their wings were good. You can get them breaded or naked. Their curly fries were awesome. People love that.
I love a
shit.
nice curly fry.
Yes,
Yeah.
but when you have too many chefs in the kitchen, it starts to get a little wonky on how things need to be made, and they lost that. They lost everything. And I think it's good for them. They filed Chapter 11. They can reorganize. They can probably come out with a different recipe, maybe a different uniform.
I have
and
an
just
idea.
Switch it the
I
fuck
think
up.
we should open up our own place and we should call it the Breastaurant. What do you guys like that?
I think we'll get
I don't-
freaking.
Come to the Breastaurant.
Yeah, I like it.
And
How about the titty bar?
We serve chicken breasts.
My wife hates you.
It's like a chicken breast place. and we call it
I like it.
Come to the Breastaurant. I like it.
Yeah, don't roll off the tongue
All
quite
right.
right, though. I get the premise. I like where you're going with it. Let's
Why
keep
do you
trying.
think that
Are you gonna
why
have
do you
hot
think
chicks
Memphis
selling it?
What do you
Or
think
their
happened
favorite?
at Hooters, and why was it so epic and such a great brand for so many years and now it's fallen off? What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, shit. I remember the first time I went to Hooters. I graduated high school, and that was the first place we went, and it was like so happy to one he have graduated into. The next thing in technical adulthood is going into Hooters, and that shit was fire. The chicks and I was like,
Who
oh my
took
God.
you there? Like, was it an uncle? Was
No,
it
me and my
you
homies,
your
we
buddies?
literally left the graduation auditorium and went straight to Hooters. We
Like
went
it's a
straight-
strip club.
Like literally, yeah. We coming out of we're fresh out of high school. Like not even
That's sad.
2 hours from being graduated, we already in Hooters. Going for that reason, like the
You
chicks
could have
in
went
there-
before.
Nah, we weren't doing that. No, cause we had so much other shit going on. Now we ain't really had time for that. But when we did, and I tell you, boy, whoo, that
Well,
was that standard was real. That was a standard.
According to the internet, it says this is why Hooters is struggling. Gen Z and millennials tend to avoid objectifying environments,
Sure.
meaning like
Oh,
showing
they
off
full of shit.
women.
They full of shit.
And there is a shift towards inclusive, casual, and experience-based dining.
Ain't they the generation who got the most fucking OnlyFans and showing their asses and pussies and titties?
That's a
all
different
over the place?
sect.
I agree.
Yeah, like what they talking about? Man, knock it off.
That's what the internet is saying. That the Gen Z's, millennials, they don't like putting women over like that. They don't want to see them in little short shorts. They think it's disrespectful. And they also want more of an experience.
It is.
I don't
Sure,
know
and I
what
can
more
understand that.
experience could be better
Yeah.
than a hot chick in some little orange shorts and some delicious crab legs.
It also says they have some brand stagnation where they haven't evolved much over the years.
That's what I'm saying.
Some economic pressures. They've faced inflation, the rising labor costs, and of course the post-pandemic pressure that a lot of restaurants
Bird flu.
increased competition.
Twin Peaks is
sorry,
killing
go
it.
ahead,
Twin Peaks is killing it. Also, Buffalo Wild Wings is killing it.
I've been to Twin Peaks, and not all their waitresses are
they're
dimes
I've
either.
heard
they're
that,
not all
actually.
dimes. They're not all dimes, but I would say they're a step up from what I saw the last time I went to the Hooters.
I have an idea.
I
that
don't
would
look at
help
my
Hooters.
waitresses in such a manner.
Oh, you're lying. You're a liar.
Hey, can we?
He's a liar.
Can we? Is there some kind of way? So I have an idea that would help Hooters. That would really totally change their rebranding. Y'all gonna laugh at this?
They need it.
But I want the idea came from here. So if they do it, this came from here. So we need to get compensated.
It's copyrighted right now.
It is. Go ahead, go.
If Hooters did OnlyFans,
Oh.
think about that. If Hooters did an OnlyFans with some of their best girls, Now, some of y'all like, what the fuck? I'm like, because I'm thinking on the business aspect here. If they did, that's a total rebrand.
You sound like somebody that'll go to Hooters and bring your own chicken.
I also do think most Hooters girls probably have an OnlyFans.
Right, but
They just need a company OnlyFans, I guess, right?
Yeah, but think about it, because how much?
These guys are
how much?
disgusting.
Listen, this is the whole point of
They're
conversation.
eating
Shut your ass.
wings. You know?
It's just a
I might like
rebrand. It's a
that, yeah.
rebrand. You can't say we disgusting. That's
Flats
the world-
only.
That's the world we live in. So Hooters, listen, if you guys decide to take this idea, and if you y'all make a lot of money, that's great. We hope you do. But this is copyrighted. This is part of the Outcast Podcast, and my guys and I need to be compensated well.
Where do I place my pants?
Call
So-
Hooters.
You just lost it for us, bro. Thanks.
Oh, fuck
I
that.
did have one of our producers say that Buffalo Wild Wings, I said that they were killing it. Somebody's saying, one of our producers put in my ear that that they are closing some stores and they're turning into a to-go place.
You're saying Buffalo Wild Wings?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's just doing what?
To go.
Killing what? Their customers?
I don't know. This is what one of the producers said that Buffalo
I haven't been to
Wild
Buffalo
Wings.
Wild Wings. in a long time.
I think they're doing
I've been
well.
once,
I think they're doing well.
and
man.
I'll never
They're
go
not
again.
bad.
I was
They're
not
not
a
bad.
big
They
fan.
good.
I was not a fan.
You didn't like it because we had the hot wing challenge, and the one you had
No.
from Buffalo Wild Wings. It
No.
was hella hot.
Nope, that had
We got
nothing
it
to do
on.
with
We got
it.
it on footage.
I hated it way before that.
Wow, what do you don't like about it, man?
I just don't like. The one time that I went, it was horrible. No, I've been twice,
Uh-huh.
and in both, one of the time it was in Chicago, and the other time it was out here in Cape Coral, and both time was the worst experience in a restaurant with also the worst wings I've ever purchased at
So
a
Damn.
wing
if
restaurant.
Buffalo Wild Wings would like to sponsor this show,
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rainbow.
I'm just
You can
hey,
do
hey,
that.
if
they go $200,000
Hey,
right there, right
hey,
down the drain.
If
Thanks
they
a
would
lot.
like to send some wings and change my, I love wings, all wings. I'm sorry, that was my experience. You want me to lie and be full of shit to pat somebody's pocket? Nope.
Look at this guy.
Oh Lord,
Nope. Sorry.
we love you, Rainbow.
that's
Fine.
All right, let's move on. Finally, before we end the show,
Uh-oh.
Oh man,
we want to pause for just a moment to honor a man whose voice once echoed through the big screen with swagger. He was a fighter pilot. He was the heart of a poet. He had a heart like a poet, and he had the depth of a tortured artist. He would go deep, and I'm talking about Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
the Iceman.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the moment he stepped into the cockpit as the Iceman in Top Gun, I knew he was something special, this guy. Cool, confident, electric. But he wasn't content, I don't think, being just a heartthrob in a flight suit. Val wanted some complexity with the characters that he took on. After that, he became Jim Morrison, if you remember, in The
Yep.
Doors.
Hey, he went against
He played the hell out of that role.
toe to toe against Tiny Tim.
I remember
That's
that.
a big dude.
And he transformed into Doc Holliday in the movie Tombstone. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember the
line,
movie
I'm
Heat?
your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Mhm.
He wore the cape and
There he
was,
is.
He was very cowl as the Batman. He stood toe to toe with De Niro and Pacino in the
Heat.
movie Heat. If you
That
remember
movie
that one.
was so freaking good.
Also, very cool character in The Saint back in the '90s as well. But beyond the characters, there was the man, a deeply spiritual, very intelligent artist who never stopped evolving, even when life threw him some hard challenges. In 2015, Val was diagnosed with throat cancer. If you followed his story, he lost his voice. There's a really good documentary about Val Kilmer in his later years and him being a very humble guy and having to like talk out of this thing out of his throat. And I know he was struggling, but he did pass away. So, Mr. Kilmer, you are and always will be our Huckleberry.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 65.
Iceman.
Did anybody see the second Top Gun? It was awesome. He's in it,
Yeah.
and he was good, even though he was obviously having health problems in that second one. But he was awesome. I like Val.
I barely seen it.
He's our Top Gun.
Willow is the best Val Kilmer movie.
You remember
Willow?
Oh my God,
that was a
dude!
good
I
one.
could watch Willow.
Nice
right
call. Nice call.
Yeah,
Good one,
yeah,
TK.
yeah.
We have our own Iceman here. Let's shout out Tomkat, our not-so-good newsman, who I know has got some not really good news lined up for us.
It's absolutely terrible, Gentry. Welcome to the new segment portion of the Outcast Podcast. We made it all the way to April. Did you get fooled yesterday?
I had forgotten about it, actually.
Nobody messed with you.
Life's a joke.
Some fun history of April 2nd, 1513. Juan Ponce de Leon lands on the east coast of what is now the United States, right here in Florida,
St.
marking the
Augustine,
first recorded European discovery of the land. And he was shot by a Calusa arrow right here at Punta Rassa.
Good.
That's right. 1792, the U.S. Mint is established and begins producing coins in the United States, setting the stage for American currency. 1801, the Battle of Copenhagen, not the battle for a can of dip. This is the battle where the British Navy defeats the Denmark-Norway Navy, marking a major victory during the Napoleonic Wars. 1827, Ludwig van Beethoven, his final string quartet is performed for the first time.
Oh, nice.
1865,
Wow.
the Confederate capital of Richmond, Virginia, falls to Union forces. 1917, the U.S. enters World War I after President Woodrow Wilson asks Congress to declare war on Germany. I always think of like a pecker when I hear that. Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Sounds like what I call my dick, my Woodrow Wilson. 1963, Alfred Hitchcock's movie The Birds premieres in New York.
I think about my cock every time you say that name. Hitchcock. And Woodrow. What are you doing over there, Tom?
Too far.
I knew it was the not-so-good news. I didn't know it was going to be this bad.
1972, The Godfather is released in theaters and quickly becomes legendary. 1982, the Falklands War began.
What the Falklands
What
are
the
you
fuck?
talking about?
1992, The Adventures of Pete and Pete airs. I don't know what that is. On Nickelodeon. That's a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, what is that?
Couple little Peters.
The year 2000, the first season of Survivor ends, thank God. 2010, Barack Obama signs the Affordable Care Act into law.
Nice.
Right.
It's like that one.
Yeah.
It is World Autism Awareness Day. There you go, Ramo.
Yep.
International Fact-Checking Day. Get ready, Ramo.
Yeah.
National Ferret Day. What's that smell? National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Yes. National Walking Day and National Day of Hope. Being on to the news.
That wasn't the news?
That wasn't the news.
Oh.
The rain hit on the peak of Miami's Music Week. It
Yes.
was Music Week in Miami when all the world's house music heads descend on the 305.
Yeah.
But this time it rained on the last day, and here's some crazy footage of the ultra music heads still going out, even though it was pouring in almost monsoon-like conditions here in Miami on Sunday.
Yeah, Sundays rained out.
The first 2 days were really good, and then the third day on Sunday, it rained all day in the beginning. But then it actually ended up being good. And
They
when
closed it out nice, yeah.
They closed it out huge, and then when Zed went on at the end, it was like double the energy, they said.
Yeah. I heard about that. I heard it say, and wasn't it like a tribute set to somebody?
I thought it was
Avicii?
Hardwell also was out there.
Yeah, Hardwell was out there.
Was it Hardwell that did the closing show? I don't know.
We'll find out.
I thought it said it's Zed
That might have
as
been
I'm
Zed.
reing through it.
That's fine. Next story.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They
Fucking
had this
dudes.
crazy bottle service that was nuts. $425,000 for bottle service, and one specifically, a package called Fuck You Money. And that was the price of it, almost $500,000. It included 200 bottles of Pharrell Williams edition Moet and Shandon.
Dude.
That's a lot.
There aren't enough Jesus could come
Man,
down
fuck that.
to earth and party with me,
Other
and I
bottle-
would not buy that motherfucker.
It's a lot. Other bottle services
fuck that.
had names like Just What the Doctor Ordered and We're All Mad Here or Get Hooked and Happy Birthday, Mr. President, and price ranges from $75,000 to $300,000.
So I wonder how much cocaine came with each one of those things. Because
They
you
did
know
a
you
lot
had
of
to have the
coke.
I
cocaine.
know.
in
Hell
it.
yeah, dude.
I had that
At least an
basketball
A-ball.
brawl in there. If you want to play the video, this is another angle of that video. You can kind of see a little bit more of them punching each other. 5 players and 2 coaches were ejected following the brawl between the Minnesota Timberwolves. You can hear them talking shit, too.
Is that a fan trying to get in it?
No, he's trying to like, get off me, I'm going to sue you.
And the fight's in Minnesota now. If it was in Detroit, boy.
I'm sure you could get a
It's
good
gonna be all-
payday if one of these players hauled off and punched you in the face.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
You can,
I'd take a hit for $1 million, no problem. Punch me right in the face.
yeah, I mean, you
What a
suing the
melee.
player. Listen, you suing the player and the fucking organization. So you walking out well more
I
than
think
$1
we
million.
just saw a coach get punched.
Imagine you are poolside letting it bake and you get hit with a big-ass quake. A 7.7 magnitude earthquake in
Ooh.
Miramar caused
That's
rooftop pools in Bangkok, Thailand to violently surge and overflow.
Bangkok.
Yeah.
Check it out. With
That
water-
looks like a Bangkok overflowing to me.
Man, yeah,
I
right?
would not want to be in that.
Imagine
pool,
being in
boy.
that pool. It would throw you over the side. With-
Boom goes the dynamite.
They're crazy.
That doesn't even look real. That looks
Did
like
you
a
imagine
fake.
being in that pool? You'd
Boy.
probably fall out of it.
That is, I would be afraid to be in the pool. It would throw you off.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
the last
yeah.
place I'd want to be.
Yeah, that's some
why.
Final Destination shit right
Fuck
there.
that.
This is a lady that got beat up in her Tesla because she was
Ooh.
driving a Tesla. This is a video taken from March 19th. Shows 33-year-old Robert Arthurton cutting off a Tesla driver and East Route 66, stopping her car. He gets out of his car and starts hitting the 61-year-old driver, this lady, because she's driving a Tesla. People are really mad at Tesla owners right now. And
That's stupid.
yeah, so
What the hell is he doing?
he didn't show up. He comes out and starts punching this lady because she's driving a Tesla.
Because he's a fucking asshole.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't even show up for court, and her lawyer said
Needs to pick his pants up.
But
too.
he's mad because his shirts are too big for him.
I know.
she says she's
Dad
buying a
shorts
gun now.
and
That's why
shit.
they're showing that.
She should.
Yeah.
A Dallas man whose Tesla Model X was vandalized in Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is suing the vandal for more than $1 million.
Fun.
This
Good
next
luck
one,
getting that.
this is another guy who he got caught scratching a swastika into a Tesla, right? But this video is
Oh.
hilarious because the owner catches up with him. And he's like asking him, "Did you scratch a fucking swastika into
Yeah.
my
A
shit?"
swastika.
Listen to this. Just
swastika.
listen.
Did you scratch a
You just
swastika?
bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
No,
with a towel.
no,
It's not
no.
heat.
It is a
It was
hate crime,
it was
sir.
A crayon.
It is a hate crime.
Listen.
Did you write a swastika on
I'm
there?
sorry you're upset.
Did you write a
It didn't even-
swastika?
It didn't even work.
Don't you know those things record? They got cameras.
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually happening all over the place right now. I mean, this is if you go online and just Google it, you'll see case after case after
Yeah,
case
don't
after
be, don't
case
be
after
messing up
case.
with no people's,
People's car? Yeah, what the fuck?
But this one's particularly funny just because he,
He called him.
yeah,
He
he
called
tell-
him.
He's like, dog, we got you on
Hey,
camera.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
dude.
come here, dog.
He's like, you can just wipe it
He's
off.
like-
It's not a real swastika. It's more like a triangle.
Asshole. Don't be
All right, next up.
shit.
But the video decided that was a lie.
Imagine fighting over an MLS match. That's exactly what happened this weekend when LA and San Diego fans got together for a match in the G League of Soccer.
Oh, that's a punch.
That's a
Damn,
haymaker right there.
But that was a
He-
sucker
that
punch,
was a
dude.
sucker punch.
Yeah, he didn't face dude up. That's bullshit.
Blindside.
You're
Yeah.
thinking about taking the family to a soccer match between these two teams? You might want to think again. Prison riots outside the MLS matches are officially a thing in the U.S.
I mean, that's nothing new. I mean, have you watched Man City and Manchester United or
The-
Arsenal to get together? They fans be wilding the hell out. That's some sucker. That's some sucker
Hey,
shit, man.
man.
Don't do that.
These two clubs
Who are
will
these
meet again in
guys?
September, so mark
They
your
better not be
calendars.
his friends either.
Yeah, because they just let that
They just let
dude
it happen.
crawl right up in there
And then tee off
rip.
on his big ass.
Apparently, Drake's been watching our show because Drake got the Tetas hat after seeing our show last week.
No
I just
way.
wanted to show you this picture he just posted today. He bought the Tetas hat and he posted, he's like, I was watching the Outcast podcast. I saw them talking about the Tetas hat and I
fun.
had to buy it.
I hope that's not like a bad omen, because anytime Drake start doing something co-signing, it always goes wrong.
It
So
goes
let's
south,
not.
right?
Yeah,
I made
so
up part of that.
let's-
Don't sue me, Drake.
Yeah,
It
so
was
that's
just a
not.
joke.
Let's not.
He
Bill
loaded a
wasn't doing that.
clip to get to his script. This is a terrible story about a Walgreens shooter who kind of went Luigi Mangione because he hated big pharmacies, so he walked into a Walgreens and shot the poor guy that was working there. This is Narcisco Gallardo Fernandez had a handgun in his pocket when he went into the Walgreens and
Bronx pharmacies. That suspect is in jail tonight as we learn more about the
Hopefully
chilling
you're not
crime
gonna show
that
No,
was
you don't
caught
show
on
him shooting him.
surveillance video. And thanks for joining us tonight for Action News Live at 5 on Warren Armstrong.
Hi, Warren. How are you?
Yep.
Warren Armstrong.
Velasquez died at the store where bystanders were sheltering in place. Responders found 30-year-old suspect hiding in the parking lot, reloading his gun, took him into custody.
Bam.
He was mad about the pharmacies.
Nut.
Like, don't shoot the people working there.
Clerk. Yeah, it's not their
Go
fault.
the motherfuckers who run the fucking company. Go hunt their ass down. I ain't
So I-
saying do it, but if you're gonna do it,
I got two NBA stories for the end. One of them is because you guys say I foul a lot. This is the top 25
No, you do
most
foul a
egregious
lot.
fouls in the NBA.
Oh, God.
But we don't have to watch it, like all of them, just maybe a couple of them. But
We
these
don't
are
say
some of
that.
the these are some of the worst fouls in the NBA. These people have to be.
you
They
haven't
got to
done
be
that
worse
yet.
than me.
Wow.
Did you see
no.
the elbow?
That looks
You do
just
that.
that was just like you.
Is that like me?
So
It is what it-
that is you. No, you haven't done that.
Let's see if he does this.
Face grab.
Oh,
totally
every
does
time.
that.
Yeah, he
Ass.
did that 2 weeks ago. I
I
remember
may have
Brian
done,
Berman. He did that.
I think I did do that. He doesn't need his help.
Let's see. Yep, that's
That's
exactly
LeBron
what he
James
did.
too.
LeBron.
Brian was
James.
thinking.
He's
Brian.
great.
You knew he was
He's
gonna
like,
flop.
fuck that. LeBron, you is not finna.
Oh, Stephen Smith.
Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yes, Stephen A. You got to throw that A in there.
An A-hole.
Yeah, he is.
Beep.
That was also
Oh, the
Mike.
face grab. Watch this in slow. This is a good one in slow motion. They're going to show it right here. And face grab. Boom.
Oh,
That's
seen
a Tomkat
I've seen
move.
Tomkat do that.
Yeah.
whack.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And he doesn't clip his nails either, so you get scratched.
All right, my last one on
girl.
on a more cool note in the NBA. The NBA is now using physical AI technologies to help train their players. Check out this
Nice.
cool video where they show off how they're putting this new tech to use and helping people to like they're robots. They're moving around. People are having to navigate them when they're on the court. So you're basically playing like you're playing with other players. And then they got this one that'll throw the basketball back to them.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
I've seen something like that over at the university where they.
Check out these ones right here where now that they can have like actual players on the court with you where they're just AI robots moving around to help you.
That's weird. I wonder if they talk shit on the court too.
That one's definitely
should.
talking
Ass
smack.
ain't
He's
got-
like, you ain't lifting shit.
You ain't pinning the score on me.
Well, it's good
I don't
because
like
it teaches them spacing.
That's you already know spacing. You're in the freaking NBA.
I mean, it helps.
I
Yeah,
saw.
but it looks like it could help you write a play up. You know,
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah,
it could
there's
be
some
it could be
spacing on
handy.
the court. Like,
but
how
can
to
it suck
see-
your dick? You know.
Maybe.
What I mean?
Is that what you're looking for, Tomkat? This girl is at home with her hand, her face in her hands, like, oh
Put
my
a
God.
hole in that thing already.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
what do
yeah.
we got to do around here to get a hole in that thing?
You're gonna get us kicked off the internet, Tomkat.
You're disgusting.
Are you trying to get us kicked off the internet?
Yeah, of course.
Is that it? Is that the end of the news? That's how you're gonna
I
end it?
hope so.
Oh man, that's a hell of a way to go out on it.
Hey, the
What
music
has
finished.
happened to my broadcast?
Oh,
my
man,
broadcast
that's great.
career has
That's
just
fucking
crumbled as soon as I aligned myself with Tomkat.
Oh shit, man.
Ow.
That's fucking great.
Everything has just really started to go to
man,
shit.
That's awesome,
See?
dude. That's
I
Take a
told
lot
you
of
that.
pride in that.
Yeah.
Ramo.
Yes.
And
It's
just
his
like
job.
that,
Wow,
and
that's
just like that,
great.
it's
That's-
another episode that's in
Yep.
the books. The
Mhm.
controlled chaos has come to a close.
Yeah.
I think we covered it all except for the politics, but we might get back to that next.
No.
How about
we don't need it.
did?
We loved it.
Yeah, this was fun.
Torpedo bats. We talked about billionaires. We talked about Hooters. We talked about.
Knockers.
We
All
talked
all
about
kinds of
making
good
us
stuff.
tens of millions of dollars with that idea that Hooters should use. But
Yeah,
remember
we
we
need to
got
get
it?
some of them billionaires' dollars. Figure out how we can
hell
get their
yeah,
money.
We trying to help them when they rebrand. I'm telling you, Hooters doing OnlyFans. They'll kill it.
I got hair on
They
my
will
mic.
kill it. Just make sure we get our cut. And
All right.
and we ain't cheap.
Remember, until next time, stay weird, stay loud, and stay an outcast. We appreciate you listening. Peace out. We're going to play some basketball. If you know
it.
where I live, we're not going to give the address out on the air, but if you know where I
The
live,
Swifties we
just
have.
pull on up because we're about to play some ball.
Come get hoot.
Let's go. Peace out, everybody.
Deuces.
You'll have all the people haters showing up.
I know, right?
We
No
do it.
guns.
We do it.
No guns.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Can I get that Puerto Rico?
Sorry. Puerto Rico.
I don't see no stinking Nazis in here.